Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Inside the Mind, where we talk about online marketing strategy, what it is, why it's important, and why you should care. In the last episode, we talked about key performance indicators and how to create a simple dashboard so you can determine progress and measure success. This week's episode comes from a subscriber question. Bill Gluth says, I'd love to see you create an online marketing segment on how social media tags into the sales conversation. I see lots of content, comments, and sharing, but I'm not hearing a lot about sales and revenue generated as a result of that effort. Thanks so much, Bill. Well, Bill, this one's for you, because this week's episode is all about, drumroll please, how to make a sale using social media. Major social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and even specialized sites like forums and blogs give you an unparalleled look into people's wants and needs. The thing about these sites that's revolutionized marketing is that it gives you an unfiltered look into people's personalities. Things like their likes, interests, and most importantly, the experience that they're lacking in their lives have been made readily available when you learn to read between the lines. When you use this information that people are literally giving you, you can craft content that will easily lead people into a purchasing decision. The blog over at Kajabi has an excellent article on becoming a copywriting badass. Step 2 is to visualize your customers. They say to simply slap on a Facebook fan widget, like the one we have on our blog here, and check out your fans. After viewing a couple dozen profile pages, you can soon get to know your audience. Then create a checklist of your audience. In this example, they say, meet Kajabi Joe. Then list out Joe's favorite movies like Rocky and Rudy, interests like self-help and internet marketing, favorite books like Think and Grow Rich and The 4-Hour Workweek. They also list out Kajabi Joe's favorite quotes, music, and political affiliation. Doing this vastly decreases your chance of ever creating a piece of dud content, because you can use different elements of their own personality to create content that speaks to them on their level. When you know exactly who your customer is, they will be the ones to dictate to you how to make the sale. The reality is making sales is only about a handful of things. Number 1, have an offer that people want or need. 2, find those said people in the wild, which episode 2 touches on this with content development. Number 3, present your offer in a compelling way. This is usually done through the design and copy of a landing page, which we'll talk about in a future episode. Number 4, get them onto a list. Number 5, make the offer. Surprisingly though, very few people take the time to do the detailed research necessary to the extent that they know what kind of movies and music their ideal customer likes. Instead, they resort to tactics that play on a common theme like how to get more Facebook fans. Then they offer a free PDF or a free webinar, and then they do this. Hey, thanks for signing up to my list. Now buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff! While this might work in the short term, ultimately manipulative tactics leave customers feeling pressured into the sale. On the marketing side, that means you'll have to spend more money, time, and resources acquiring new customers as opposed to maintaining relationships with existing ones. And even though marketers who don't do their research aren't always aggressive, the lack of research still shows in the way they try to get your attention. We've had some really cool subscribers, and we have had a lot of fun. People are contacting us on a regular basis. Now, I know this can all sound very ambiguous, but I want you to keep this stuff in mind the next time you make a purchasing decision. I want you to ask yourself, why am I choosing brand A over brand B? Why am I buying this new product? That type of thing. Awareness of how your own purchasing decisions are influenced can be one of the greatest tools you have when influencing other people. While there are a number of different sales techniques and processes that you can use, the best idea is to just listen to the market. At the end of the day, they'll be the ones to tell you how to make the sale. Then, you just have to deliver a product that is massively transformative to their lives. And to give you an idea of how this can all lead to sales generated, we need to look no further than Starbucks. Back in 2008, Starbucks was slipping. Sales and traffic were falling for the first time in its history as a public company. Founder Howard Schultz even admitted the company had lost its soul. As part of their turnaround plan, the chain launched MyStarbucksIdea.com in July 2008 as a forum for their customers to make suggestions, ask questions, and in some cases vent their frustrations. As a result, Starbucks posted the first U.S. same-store sales gain in 2 years for the last quarter during a time when the company relied on digital and social media promotions instead of what had become an annual TV blitz. Now, I imagine they didn't switch up their tactics too much after they noticed this working. Flash forward 2 years to 2010 when they launched Via, their brand of instant coffee. After 10 months, they were able to release this headline. But wait, Tommy, I'm not Starbucks, you say. I don't have the same resources available to me as Starbucks, you say. Fair enough. Back in 2005, my team and I created a music video for a local band. We released the music video on MySpace. 2 months before the album dropped, we promoted the music only to people who we thought would be interested, And when the midnight release of the album came around, this is what it looked like. Alright, that's all I got for today's episode of Inside the Mind. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Please be sure to like this video and favorite it for easy viewing. If you have a question, please be sure to leave a video response by clicking on my face or ask in the comments below. And subscribe if you want to be the first to know when the next video comes out.